Hello, everyone. I'm Zach.
And I'm Rachel, and this is Perk Bark. We're so happy that you're here to leave the old week behind and start fresh with some music, coffee, and conversation.
Yes, that's right. And today, I don't think we have any sound. Uh-oh, what is going on there? Nope, that seems to be okay.
Can you hear us?
I don't think they can hear us.
Uh-oh. It should be with the phone, right? The phone is the microphone?
It should be this.
Hello!
Oh, no, they can't hear us. Ha 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 ha.
Oh, okay, you can't hear us. All right.
I was looking at the wrong thing. I'm so sorry. Oh, no.
Hey, we told you to be an adventure.
There we go. So today we are talking about content creators.
Speaking of which.
Yeah, there we go. So this is a little different than what we think of with modern content creators.
Mm-hmm.
In the opera world, when somebody creates something, it means that they've performed a role for the very first time. That means the role didn't exist before they came along.
Before they premiered it. What?
So, both Rachel and I have had the opportunity to do some role creation with Evanston Chamber Opera Company.
Mm-hmm.
And, but today we're actually going to talk about some famous people who created multiple roles back in the day.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. We're talking about a soprano and a baritone, and this kind of thing is really cool, and you do still see it today. Think about Renee Fleming and Andre Previn, who wrote A Streetcar Named Desire, the opera. And he originated that role for her. So it does still happen today. As Zach said, we've had the chance to do that as well with Evanston Chamber Opera Company. And so looking back, Adelina Stahler, the woman that I'm talking about today, she premiered 5 roles. So she was at the very forefront of Verismo opera mainly. And even though she was Austrian born, so she was born in Graz, Austria in 1860, and she died in Milan in 1945. She was very busy, very, very busy premiering all of these roles. And 2 of the ones that I'm going to be talking about are Nanetta from Falstaff and Nedda from Pagliacci. So very similar names as well. I just happened to, I happened to choose those 2. So she premiered those as well as many others, and she was known for heavier roles of that time. Now, they would be considered standard lyric soprano repertoire, not necessarily heavy lyric or heavy anything of that nature, but more of like the core curriculum. Yeah,
Not
exactly. Not that. She was known for her rich middle voice and floating top, which I think is what attracted me to her in the first place, because I fancy myself good at that. So what are the similarities between the 2 pieces? I want to hear your opinion, if you can hear the similarities between the 2. But what I notice are the leaps, going from that rich middle voice to those floating high notes in both pieces, as well as the floating high notes, and it's pretty rangy. Both of the pieces are really rangy. They go from, bottom of the staff to up above the staff in, just a couple of notes. So I'm going to sing these back to back. The first one I'm going to sing is Sul fil d'un soffio e tesio from Verdi's Falstaff, and Falstaff if you have ever taken Scott Gilmore's classes. And this happens, Nanetta, she dresses up as a fairy, and she is basically saying, "Come dance with us," and she's in this beautiful fairy world. And the second one, now I'm getting them confused. Nedda's aria from Pagliacci. I've sung on the show before. I know I'm doing a lot of talking. And Nedda found herself in a very not so great situation. She's not in a great marriage.
Nah.
And she came back to this town. She's in a commedia performing troupe. And they come back to this town where her lover is. And she sees all these townspeople, and they're so full of life. And she thinks to herself, God, this is no way for me to live. I want to live where the birds are. I want to live among the birds and soar and be free. So this is her saying that. Those are the two I'll be singing. Look for some similarities. I want to hear what you think, and hope you like it. Something crazy happened. Hold on.
Qual fiamma avea nel guardo, gli occhi abbassai perché ma te leggesse il mio pensier segreto. Oh, se mi sorprendesse, brutale come ma basti, or
Well, damn.
All right. I think I said in a previous show that I always forget to blink when I perform audition. It makes for really great contact stuff. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So as I am blinking my way back, what kind of coffee do we have, my love?
We have the Honduras coffee from Atlas Coffee Roasters.
Mm-hmm.
I forget what the region it was from.
Oh, we have our cards.
Do we have the cards here?
Yeah.
Look at this. So we've posted some of these. That's really washed out, but you can see the postcard though. We posted some of these on our Patreon for our Patreon subscribers. Hint, 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 hint.
We'll do it again after the show. Hint, hint.
Yeah, but this is from the Marcala region. We thought about trying to get, because it says creators, the originators, this sort of thing, we thought about trying to get a honey washed or natural wash coffee, which would have been an original sort of way that coffee was done. But we didn't today. We have a regular washed modern coffee beverage here. So this was, and this is true. I'm reading from the card because I forget, but it really does taste like this. It's aromatic, syrupy, raisiny, but it actually has a crisp finish. So it doesn't. So even though it's nice and rich, it doesn't sit on your tongue for too long, which is pretty cool. It's not something that you normally get.
I think it says on the back too, lemongrass is one of the tasting notes,
hint of lemongrass,
which is
to finish.
really cool. It says to do this with a drip machine, but we're a little fancier than that. So we have the siphon going on. Over here.
look at that.
Oh, the camera changes.
Oh my goodness.
What?
So the siphon is over there, and that'll be going on. So we'll do that in a little bit. Sorry about the sound change. We haven't figured out how to do both at the same time.
Oh my gosh! But you want to check that out? You want to demo
Look
it for
at
us?
that!
So
What is this?
I have a weird confession to make.
God!
For those who don't know me that well, I love miniature things. And so Zach got this for me for Valentine's Day. It's a tiny little siphon. How freaking cute is it? I mean, seriously.
Tiny little glass.
So we do have a large version, which is what the coffee is being currently brewed in. But that's the very small version.
So now you have the large one and the
the
small
small
one.
So tiny.
Yeah.
So
This is fun. This is too much fun.
So I just lit the water for it goes in the bulb right here. So can you hold up the tiny
Oh,
one?
we're gonna hold up the tiny one.
Yeah.
Okay, so here we go. Here are all the parts of the tiny one.
So tell
You can see.
them what we lit.
We lit this burner. This is a burner that sits underneath. We put the water in the bottom, the bulb at the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
It heats up, runs through a filter in the neck into the top. We put the coffee beans in the top, stir it around, and then we take away the heat. And when we take away the heat, the pressure difference from the heated water and the not heated water pulls the finished coffee back down into the bulb and leaves the coffee grounds behind in the top.
And it makes it super delicious. I liken this to what? It's interesting because we grind the beans super small, almost like the mocha pot, but it does not have anywhere close to the same punch that a mocha pot or an espresso would have. I would liken it more to what, like a French press?
I don't even know, because it has a filter, and we've talked about the difference between filtering and filtering and not filtering coffee. And
Hashtag no filter.
that's right. So this one
doesn't.
This one does have a filter, so it tends to be more clean tasting.
Mm-hmm.
That's a thing. I guess it is a thing.
Yeah.
We've talked about that before.
Yeah. Maybe Chemex.
It takes some of the coffee oils that give sort of that heavier flavor sometimes. Or to some people taste burnt or like chicory. It takes a lot of those things away.
Mm-hmm.
But it also brews really fast, sort of like an espresso. So it's kind of cool.
Yeah.
They're all magic.
It is.
It's food
coffee
magic. Yeah.
As we're waiting for the coffee to heat up, I have we have a fun origin story as far as coffee goes.
We do.
I think it was in Ethiopia. This farmer Tell me if you're bored. This farmer...
Don't tell us.
No, don't tell us. We're not going to change it. This farmer noticed that when his goats would eat the fruit of this one tree, that they would be super hyper, like very energetic goats. Turns out they were eating the fruit of
the coffee
cherries.
Because believe it or not, coffee is a cherry. Or cherry-like.
It's like a cherry pit.
Yeah. So what we call coffee beans are actually dried, roasted cherry pits.
Mm-hmm. Don't try it with actual cherry pits.
No, I guess it doesn't work the same. But so he was starting to eat the berries, and he realized he felt a lot better when he did. And then so the first coffee beverages where they just dried out the cherries whole and brewed them sort of like an herbal tea, I guess. Mm-hmm. So there wasn't any roasty flavor. We've smelled these before, and we've tried natural coffees where they don't remove the cherry before they roast them, and they taste very blueberry-y.
They do. Shout out to Groundswell in Chicago. If you are still in Chicago and you have not checked out one of their locations, do yourself a favor and run. Don't walk there. Run to Groundswell. They're amazing.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was the first time that I knew that coffee could taste like blueberries or like a fruit like that.
Yeah.
But I'm just imagining hyper goats. Like, how funny is that? Just like going on all kinds of crazy.
We have a tiny little hyper goat sometimes. Tiny little mountain goat. Well, right now she's sleeping.
Yeah, she's conserving her energy.
Our foreign correspondent, she's been falling down on the job recently, and
she has been.
Hasn't been super into helping us with the show.
Yeah.
So anyway, should
we check out those comments?
We should look at some of what people have to say. Yeah. Oh, they love you singing. Of course they love you singing.
You can see how they can sit in and highlight the same aspects of the performer's voice. Absolutely.
That totally makes sense. Totally makes sense. Do you know which one was premiered first? Which one she did when she was younger? Because I wonder if that has an impact too.
Oh, good question.
Yeah.
I want to say Falstaff. No, Verdi and...
Yeah, probably. She probably did Falstaff first. Well, they're probably pretty close. Maybe not. Maybe there's not that big a difference.
Leoncavallo and Verdi. I would say Leoncavallo's first.
I don't know.
Someone look it up.
We didn't do our homework.
We didn't. I should know that. Yay. That's really terrible.
And then the physics mom down here says, "Yay, chemistry."
Yay, chemistry.
Yeah. Oh, and imagining tiny hamsters.
With their tiny coffee cups. Oh my gosh.
There's even a tiny little spoon that goes with it.
How are our bubbles doing?
It's bubbling still. It's bubbling. We might have to take a break here.
Well, do you want to start
in between my singings or something like that?
Do you want to do that? Do you want to start to sing? Or do you want to wait for the coffee?
Well, I can talk about singing for a little while.
About singing. That sounds great.
Yeah. So the person that I am highlighting, his name is Francesco Benucci.
Francesco Benucci.
He was a basso buffo, so a little bit different than what I normally sing, but I absolutely freaking love the music that was written for him by Mozart. He's famous for a lot of different things. He was in all of that classical era comic opera. He started his career in Livorno, Italy, in the 1760s, I want to say, 1768, and quickly became a major powerhouse in the world of opera there in Europe, and it was eventually recruited basically as part of a dream team, an operatic dream team, to help form an ensemble in Vienna for Emperor Joseph II. Along with him were Nancy Storace, which I'm not actually sure how to say her name because she's English, but she was the original Susanna in Marriage of Figaro, and Benucci was the original Figaro in Marriage of Figaro. There's an apocryphal story about people that were witnessing one of the final rehearsals for Marriage of Figaro, and when Benucci started to sing this aria that I'm going to sing from that same opera, apparently Mozart, who was conducting, under his breath is going, "Bravo, maestro, bravo, bravo, oh, bravo, maestro." So apparently that's what everybody heard. And can you imagine Mozart under his breath going, "Bravo, bravo, bravo"?
I mean, that would be
I can't
pretty
even-
distracting
I can't even-
and fulfilling. I'd be like, all right, I can retire.
I'm done.
All right,
I'm
see ya.
done. See ya. I'm done.
Yeah, not
So-
just your conductor, but the composer.
Yeah.
The premier composer. Like, what?
So there you go. That's the first one that I'll be singing. The other one that I'm going to be singing is from another Mozart opera. Another role written with Benucci in mind, and that is Guglielmo from Così fan tutte. Now the aria that I'll perform from that was not actually included in the final version. Because it was too showy. I'm changing because I need to do something with the coffee.
Ooh, walking and talking.
Walking and talking. Look at that. Hey, hello.
He's just cutting me out of the frame. Don't be fooled. I'm just kidding.
So, it's called Rivolgete a lui lo sguardo. Oh my goodness, how many times have I sung this and I can't freaking remember the name?
Well, we clearly know that Zach can't do coffee and talk about opera at the same time.
Multitasking is tough.
It is.
Multitasking is tough. There we go. So now we can see it bubble up to the top. And this is fun.
I wish I could help you with the coffee part, but I always tell Zach that I need an adult. I need an adult to do this one.
Yeah, so let's check the time because this takes
I'm too scared.
The way that we have this one, it takes about a minute and 15 seconds. So
Do you want a timer?
I mean, we can just use like the live timer on TV.
Oh,
or something.
perfect.
Yeah, there we go.
All right, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
3, 2, 1, go.
Great. So while this is going, I'll talk to you about some of the things that you can listen for in these two arias. As I mentioned, the first one is Non più andrai from Le nozze di Figaro, Marriage of Figaro. It comes at the very beginning of the opera. It ends Act 1. And he's speaking to the page Cherubino, this young man who is coming of age and annoying the ladies, let's say. And Figaro really doesn't like him around, or at least is trying to show people that he doesn't like him around, because he's trying to get with Figaro's fiancée. So this is him taunting Cherubino and saying, oh, you can't flutter around like a little butterfly, annoying and making all the ladies hot and bothered. Now you have to go to the army. So that's the first aria.
You have
And then-
about 15 seconds.
Cool. And then the second one is from Così, and I believe I've done it on the show before. Maybe not. Actually, might not have.
I hear it all the time, so
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't,
I don't know.
you know.
But in this one, remember we've talked about this before. It's the body swap or the date swap. There we go.
Oh, look at it go. See, that's the part that I need an adult for. When the burner is still going, then you put the cap on it and put it out.
Yeah, it's good.
I don't trust myself. I don't.
There we go.
I'm very accident prone, so
All right.
there's always that.
So, there we are. There's that. So he's trying to convince his disguised self. He's trying to convince the women in that opera, Dorabella and Fior di Ligi, that they should get with him because
why not?
yeah. So these premiered at very different times in his career, several years apart, and I think that they actually show a ton of growth from one to the other. So that's what we're going to listen for. I can probably just go from here. Like, I can just turn the thing on.
Oh,
and just go,
great.
right?
A little informal impromptu.
Right now.
So you
Yeah.
get to see how the sausage is made, so to speak?
Yeah, I mean, everything should be fine. But
Great.
we've been talking, we've been going, we'll get some coffee, and then
Whoop, here
we'll
you
be
go.
ready to go. So here it is. Are you ready? Ready for the coffee?
Oh, you're not going to sing first?
Well, it's almost done.
Oh, okay.
It's coming out.
All right.
And then I'm going to sing.
All right.
I don't want
Marriage.
it to bubble.
Marriage, folks.
It's going to get all bubbly.
What? Oh, here it goes.
I don't know if you can see it. And then when you take the top off, because there is a little bit of a pressure differential, it sounds like when you open a soda or a beer. It's that
Soda?
really-
Oh, that's right. You say soda.
I say
pop.
soda, yeah.
Pop or soda? What do you... Tell us in the comments.
Pop or soda?
It's soda. Pop.
Cool. All right. So we're gonna sing now.
Yeah, you're going to sing now.
We're gonna sing some Non più andrai.
Yes.
See if I can remember all the words. Last time I performed this was 12 years ago, something like that. 10 years ago. Oi!
I'm gonna steal this.
All right, I'm ready. We don't have to change anything.
I know, it's so weird.
Should we go?
Do it.
All right. Non più andrai farfallone amoroso, notte e giorno d'intorno girando, nelle velle turbando il riposo, narcisetto arocino d'amor. Nelle velle turbando il riposo, narcisetto arocino d'amor. Non più avrai questi bei pennacchini, quel cappello leggero e galante, quella chioma, quell'aria brillante, quel vermiglio d'onesco color, quel vermiglio d'onesco color. Non più avrai quei pennacchini, quel cappello, quelle chioma, quell'aria brillante. Non più andrai farfallone amoroso, notte e giorno d'intorno girando, nelle velle turbando il riposo, narcisetto arancino d'amor. Nelle velle turbando il riposo, narcisetto arancino d'amor. Tra guerrieri può far vacco, gran mostacchi stretto sacco, schioppo in spalla, sciabola al fianco, collo dritto, muso franco, un gran casco, un gran turbante, molto onor, poco contante, poco contante, poco contante. Ed invece del fandango una marcia per il fango, per montagne, per valloni, con le nevi e soglioni, al concerto di tromboni, di bombardi, di canoni, che le palle in tutti i tuoni all'orecchio fan fischiar. Non più avrai quei pennacchini, non più avrai quel cappello, non più avrai quella chioma, non più avrai quell'aria brillante, non più andrai farfallone amoroso, notte e giorno d'intorno girando, nelle belle turbando il riposo, narcisetto arancino d'amor. Nelle belle turbando il riposo, narcisetto arocino d'amor. Cherubino alla vittoria, alla gloria militar. Cherubino alla vittoria, alla gloria militar. Alla gloria militar, alla gloria militar. Oh boy. Do you want some coffee now?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Have some coffee. I turned it into a prop.
You did. I don't mind.
It's still too hot. The things we do for our art.
I saw the smoke, the steam coming up, and I was like, he is gonna burn himself.
I did.
Yeah, I figured.
I did. Don't worry, it helps.
It helps.
Alright. Hello, my name is Zachary Angus, and I would like to sing for you Rivolgete A lui lo sguardo. I sing this so many times. How do I forget the name?
We need to practice slating.
I guess we
clearly.
do, yeah. So here we go. Rivolgete a lui lo sguardo e vedrete come sta. Tutto dice, io cielo, io ardo, idol mio, pietà, pietà. Io ardo, io cielo, io ardo, idol mio, pietà, pietà. E voi cara un sol momento i bel ciglio a me volgete e nel mio ritroverete quel che l'avrò dir non sa. Innamorato, innamorato, non è niente il mio confronto. Un meglio il sen piagato verso lui per nulla io conto. Son di fuoco i miei sospiri, son di bronzo i suoi desiri. Se si parla poi di merito, certo io sono ed egli è certo che gli uguale non si trovano da Vienna al Canada. Se si parla poi di merito, certo io sono ed egli è certo che gli uguale non si trovano da Vienna al Canada. Da Vienna al Canada, da Vienna al Canada. Siam due cresi per ricchezza, due narcisi per bellezza. In amor di Marcantoni, verso noi sarian buffoni, verso noi sarian buffoni, verso noi sarian buffoni. Siam più forte d'un ciclopo, letterati al par di Esopo, letterati al par di Esopo. Se bagliamo un pigne cede, si gentile snello il piede. Se cantiam, lo so, facciam torto all'usignolo. E qualche altro capitale abbiam poi che il cun non sa, e qualche altro capitale abbiam poi che il cun non sa. Bella, bella, tengo un sodo, se ne vanno, Dio ne godo, eroine ne costanza, specchi son di fedeltà, sì, eroine ne costanza, specchi son di fedeltà. Specchi son di fedeltà, eroine di costanza, specchi son di fedeltà, specchi son di fedeltà, specchi son di fedeltà, di fedeltà. Transition. Ha!
Yay!
We did a lot of singing today.
We did. And yes, that was my disembodied arm. I knew that it was going to be on the shot. I thought it would be kind of funny. Thank you for commenting on it, Jen. And some things are important, like coffee.
Like coffee.
You need it.
You need that. It doesn't matter what's going on. You just gotta go out and grab it. There you go. All right.
Well, we have so much going on in the comments. There's the pop versus soda.
So many people are like, pop! Soda!
Oh, exactly.
It's a lot.
Your mom said, whose kid are you anyway? She agrees with me.
I know she agrees with you.
Thank you.
I don't know.
And I don't know what's up with my sister, Jen. Where are you from? They
Boston.
say soda.
Didn't they say something weird?
Get out of here. I don't know what they say.
Oh, they say Boston.
I don't know.
That's weird.
Much
Great.
love to our Boston crew, though.
Yeah.
I know that John said that Viterbo is watching.
Oh, Viterbo is watching. I wonder if the mayor is still there.
John,
what's
John
his name?
is the mayor.
John is the mayor. No,
I don't
what was
know.
his?
I wasn't there.
That was his friend. So our friend John, did a summer program in Viterbo, Italy, which is this beautiful little walled town, medieval walled town. And I'm pretty sure that John was elected mayor in the 4 weeks that he was there.
Yeah.
He might have also been bit by a dog, but he was definitely elected
I
mayor.
love every story that came out of that summer. And your mom asked, how long did you have to learn Cozy? Which has so many ensembles, and that is not easy to learn. There are a lot of words.
It was a lot of words.
You
And
were
clearly
singing
I don't know all them still.
Well, you were singing it in your sleep.
Yeah, that's what my roommate said. Singing it in my
And
sleep.
you had, 2 weeks to learn it?
2 weeks to
Something
learn
crazy?
it. 2 weeks to learn Guglielmo and Così fan tutte for a summer program. It was super fun. I also saw a shout out to the line that stuck with everybody when we did it in Italy. La mia donna bella.
The pace non è.
If you can't tell, it was sung by a tenor. Hi, John.
I
It's my John voice.
really like your John voice. It's good. I don't think that he would appreciate it.
No, I don't think you would either.
Yeah.
No. His voice would get all high like Mickey Mouse and all squeaky.
Yeah.
He'd get all
Oh, we
angry.
miss you, John. We do. Well, I think that is pretty much it. We just have a couple of things to wrap up. We mentioned earlier about Patreon. So Patreon, as you may have known if you've been watching the last couple shows, we don't have our tip jar on the bottom of the screen anymore. Instead, we really wanted to give back. Yes, we do the show, but we really wanted to let you in on, the creation of the show, what else we have going on, and that is where you can find us on Patreon. Patreon.com/perkandbark, all written out. We post little things throughout the week. You're the first to know about our theme of the week. We post more information about the coffees.
We're trying to get videos up of our singing. It's actually turned out to be more of a project than I thought. So
Yeah.
still
coming.
it's gonna happen. There's gonna be a library up there of everything that we have sung on the show up to this point. It's coming.
Yeah,
It's coming.
but it's anywhere from $5 a month to whatever you want. So yeah, we love your patronage in whatever form you can give it. If it's on Patreon, awesome. If it's tuning in every week and participating that way, we love it.
If it's sharing the show with others on Facebook or YouTube or
The gram.
something else,
whatever.
that's
We're
great. Or just leaving us a comment. However you want to do it. We love to have this conversation with you continue on into the week. So
Yeah. And thank you to those who have contributed to Patreon so far, who have shared our page, who comment all the time, who come here weekly. Thank you so much. We really appreciate it. We don't get half as much without you. So thank you so much for joining us. That way it's not just us screaming into the void and, singing at each other.
yeah,
Yeah. I think that's it. What do you think?
great. I think so. Thanks for coming out this Sunday. We'll see you soon.
Bye, everybody.